Hi everyone, it's Samantha from the Dancing Soap Dish here, and it's Tweak of the Week time again. And this week I want to ask you a question. Do you need a soap making journal? I asked myself the same question and the answer was yes. So I made myself one. I designed this one myself. I had it printed by Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, and I just love it so much. I just want to show you today because you might need one of these too. So let's take a closer look at this. We can go through it page by page. This is the front cover. It says the Melt and Pour Soap Maker's Journal. It's got these cute little duckies on it, and they're having a bath with lots of bubbles and a red bar of soap. And if you open up the front page, it says this journal belongs to, and there's the same little ducky there having his little bath. And there's just a spot for you to write your name as the owner of the journal. The next page is just a title page. There's a title page at the beginning of each section. This section is about the soaper, where you can record information about yourself and your soap supplies. This next page is a gallery page. Before you use, sell, or give away your soap, take a picture. Paste your pictures here and watch how your soap making skills evolve. So that's a really handy page there. The About Me page lets you list all the details about you. Another gallery page. It says My Soaps. It says paste photos here of your first soap project, a favorite soap project, a failed soap project, and a reworked soap project. So that's really good there. Next is a section where you can just record your soap bases and where you purchased them from, which is really handy if you need to go back and buy some again. There's also a section for fragrances, which is exactly the same. You can say what your fragrances are and where you purchase them from. There's also a section for pigments and soap dyes, and another section for your coloured micas. And I've actually included space down the bottom where you can just put a little smidge or a smudge of your coloured micas and see what the colours look like and match them up. So really great when you're looking for inspiration or you're trying to pick some colours. There's a section here just to record your other additives that you might like to use, and a section here to record your soap mold weights. So you can always have on hand, if you get out a soap mold and you haven't used it for a while, you can look up how much soap you need to fill up each cavity. So that's handy too. A section here on where you buy supplies. List all your account information, your passwords or whatever if you've got online accounts for your soap making supplies, and then also a little wish list you might like to write. If you're saving up for some soap supplies or saving up for a soap cutter, you can write them in there and a little box to tick when you actually get what you need. So the next section is project planning. And this is where I've put some project planners after another gallery page. You've got to take pictures of your soap. It's really, really handy. There's a simple project planner. Here you can draw a sketch of your soap and then you can just list the soap base, the fragrance, the colouring, any other additives and the mould that you used. You can list the amount and you can put the step-by-step instructions. So it's got a title up the top and a basic descriptions. So these project planners are just for really simple, single colour, single shape, melt and pour soap projects. I've included about, 25 simple project planners here. You can just list them one after the other. And it's just a great place to plan your projects or even just write down some old recipes that you love that you just want to keep as a recipe book. So that's really handy. Then there's also an advanced project planner. So this is a double page spread for your more difficult or complicated projects. Again, a title, a description, a place to paste a picture or draw a sketch, more room for soap bases because you might be using more than one, lots of colourings, molds and special equipment, record your fragrances, your other additives, a lot more room to list your step-by-step instructions and a room for notes and a section on what to do differently next time if you want to change it up. And again, there's 25 of these advanced project planners. So there's enough room here to record 50 of your soap projects, record them for posterity or record them if you need to refer to them again, if you've got some favorite recipes or combinations that you love to use, keep them in here all together. And again, here's another soap gallery page. Paste photos here of a soap that was made with the simple project planner and a soap that was made with the advanced project planner. So that's really great there. The next section is about inspiration. So you can record your favorite resources, so websites, YouTube channels, Pinterest accounts, social media pages, write them all down so you don't forget them. Really, really handy if you need to refer to them later. And then the next page is just a jot down section for bright ideas. So, you know, keep this by your bed. If you wake up in the middle of the night with a great idea, you can write it down, keep all your bright ideas together, things that you've seen that you might like to try in the future, or ideas you have for experiments. I've also included a colour mixing guide. It just talks about primary colours, secondary colours, tertiary colours, and even quaternary colours. Just explaining to you what they are, and also some combinations you can use to obtain the colours on the colour wheels just by mixing red, yellow, and blue. So they're the primary colours, and here it shows you the ratios that you can use to get all these other colours from the colour wheels, and also whether they're a primary, secondary, tertiary, or quaternary colour. So that's really good. Here's some suggestions here for how to make some browns, some whites, some pastels, black base colours, golds, and just a little blurb on colouring melt and pour soap. So that's just sort of like a handy reference at the back of the book that I thought I'd include. I really like it. Here's my season and holiday guide. And again, there's like a little summer and winter season option depending on which hemisphere of the earth you happen to reside in. And calendar. I've written down, you know, some basic holidays which apply, you know, worldwide. But then you've got room to write in your local holidays, ones that apply to your country or where you are, even some main events that are coming up. And a note section, and that's the end of the book. So that is it just there. So like I said, I had it printed by Amazon, but what I also did is I kept it on Amazon. So if you want a copy of this book to record all your cool soaping stuff in, you can go and purchase it from Amazon in your country. Check out the description section of this video because I will post some links to help you find it. Okay, now I'm actually going to get started filling this out just to give you some examples. I've got this blank slate here and I really want to get started. I'm pasting in a beautiful sticker of my name. My sister gave me these stickers and I think this one fits perfectly. This journal belongs to Samantha. That's me. And I'm going to fill out all my soaping details. So the About Me page, put my name, how long I've been making soap, the date I started this journal, my favorite colors, my favorite fragrances, my favorite soap base, and also just where you can find me if I lose my journal and you happen to pick it up. So I think that's really cool. That was fun. And I want to get stuck into this gallery page too. I've printed out some pictures, and I actually printed them out on self-adhesive paper. You can just buy self-adhesive paper from the stationers, or you can find some on Amazon as well. And what I've done is I've printed out these photos on self-adhesive paper so I can just cut them out and stick them straight in. I don't need to get a glue stick or paste or anything like that. It's just a little shortcut, which I think is really handy. So I'm just going to start cutting these out. It says to paste on this page a photo of your first soap project. So this is the first soap project. I'm not sure if it's the first one I did, but it's definitely the first one I took a photo of. And I'm going to paste this one in beside it because this was the first time I sort of sat and made a whole bunch of different soap bars at the same time. So they're sort of the two that I remember being my first projects. I've also got a reworked project and one of my favorite projects. I don't have a photo of a failed soap project because I don't tend to take photos of those things, but that's going to stop. From now on, I will take photos even of the failed projects, and so watch that space. There's going to be one there very soon. Okay, it's a little while later and I've done some work on my journal, so I'm going to go through it and show you. We saw that page. And oh, look at this blank spot here. You could even put some of your photos here because I've got way too many photos. I need to put more gallery pages in, but yeah, I can fit some there. That'll be great. Okay, so here's my first gallery page. I made it of my mosaic soaps, so I'm loving that. We did the About Me page and we did the My Soaps gallery here. As you can see, I've put in some of my favorite soap bases and where I bought them from. Started listing my fragrances. I haven't done the mica page yet, so I might just do that right now. I've just laid down a paper towel and I'm using a Q-tip or a cotton bud, whatever you call them, just to put a little smudge of each color in the little circles at the bottom. And all these circles are numbered, and so then you can put the name of that mica on the corresponding numbered line, and then if you'll know, oh, I like that color, what color is that, and you can just go and pick it out. So I think this is looking really cool. I've tried to sort of keep them in the rainbow colors because that's how I like to order them. Some of these I mixed myself, that's why I'm just writing mixed, and some of them I got from certain suppliers, so I've listed all that there. And I think that's a pretty good color palette I've got there. I think I've got every color covered. I haven't done these sections yet, but that's okay. Plenty of time for that. Here, I wanted to show you this. So this is a simple project planner. And there was actually, I ended up sticking a photo here rather than doing a sketch because this is one of my favorite sort of winter projects. And I was able to just record all the information here about that project. So whenever I want to make those again, I know what weights and measures I need. So that's a really cool thing that you can do with this. Again, you can use it to plan projects, or you can just use it to record projects you've done, keep them all together like a big recipe book sort of thing. So there we go. I haven't put any photos there yet, but that's okay. Here's another gallery page. I decided to dedicate this one to Christmas. So I've put my Christmas projects there, plenty of room for more Christmas projects to come. I've listed my favorite resources, websites, YouTube channels, my channel. Check out Miss Terry Soaps and Such, Koala Soap, Brambleberry. No bright ideas yet, but I'll be able to fill that up in no time, and no notes either. So there we go. So I just wanted to show you that, just to show you how it's a work in progress, how you can use it, what you might like to do with it. And over the months, over the years, it will turn into a fabulous resource. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tweak of the week. If you want your own Melt and Pour Soap Maker's Journal, check out the links in the description. Go onto Amazon and treat yourself. Get yourself organized with this great book and a place to paste pictures of your soaps to remember them by, and create a wonderful resource. You need it. It's great. I love it. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy. Bye.